If I only knew you cared nothing for me, I would take morphine until I died. Yeah, I'd take me a dose of that old morphine. I'd bid this world goodbye. Ain't that a scandal and a shame? Hello friends and neighbors. Got a real fun antique banjo here today. This is probably an early 1900s Lyon Healy. Let's check out that very typical classic Lyon Healy peghead right here. Real pretty, I've always liked these. We've got the original celluloid, ivory tuners. You'll hear it called both things. It's imitation ivory, so they called it ivory, but technically it's a type of celluloid. It's these tuners right here. Looks like a true rosewood fingerboard and peghead overlay. It looks like true rosewood to me. This is a nice little, it's a cheap banjo, but it's really nice. It plays great, sounds great. It's really all you need. Be a great beginner instrument or just a great addition for anybody. Somebody tell me what kind of wood that neck is. It's not maple. I'm not sure what kind of wood they've made this neck out of. Somebody write in and let me know, because I can't quite tell. At first I was like, is that an ash neck? It's not ash. Maybe it's oak or something. It doesn't strike me as oak either. I don't know what that wood is. Somebody let me know. The reason that I put an early 1900s date on this Lyon Healy is that hardware. That hardware strikes me as post-1900. So if I had to guess, I would just throw out circa 1910 on this banjo. Because that hardware, you don't really see, that's not 19th century hardware to my knowledge. I think that's post-1900. Might even be 1920s. It does have the original Lyon Healy tailpiece. Really nice, desirable little tailpiece. And a lot of Lyon Healys are unmarked. But this one here has the logo stamped in the dowel, really nice. Another thing under the hood I'll mention is you see these slotted screws. Whenever you see that, y'all, that's just an indicator that you are dealing with more of a working class, cheaper instrument. The higher end, more professional banjos tended to have hex bolts inside here. And that's something I'll always point out. It's just a good thing to just let you know what you're dealing with. It is a classic spun over rim. And again, I don't know what kind of wood is in that rim. Could be maple. Could be a maple rim. It has a homemade bridge. That's a maple bridge that's homemade. I didn't make it, but that's a good bridge. Good solid maple bridge. And you got a brand new Remo frosted head on here. I pretty much have got to where I prefer the frosted heads. It's high upon Highland, low upon Tay. Bonnie George Campbell rode out on one day. All saddled or bridled and booted rode he. Home came the saddle, but never came he. A great banjo if you want to play overhand or you want to finger pick it. It's a great banjo. I'll briefly discuss some of the history behind Lyon Healy. They started in Chicago, And I believe it was about 1883 is when they first started making banjos. They also made guitars, other stuff like that, but they seem to have mostly made banjos, and they were trying to sort of cut in on Stewart's. S.S. Stewart was making a lot of money, and they wanted to compete with him, and they did. And I want to say the stock market crash of 1929 is what put this company out of business, or at least halted their production of banjos. So going into the 1930s, you still see a lot of these banjos in old photographs and stuff. They were still being played widely because there were so many of them, but they stopped producing them, I believe, about 1929, 1930. Okay, everybody, I guess that's all I wanted to show you on this. Don't need to go too much further. If you appreciate this material, please give this video a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel, and I hope you'll visit us at patreon.com/CliftonHicks. Okay, thanks for looking.